motherfucker. I fucked up again.
Zach.
All right, everyone. Welcome to another absolutely amazing episode of PG-13 with Clara and Zach. That's Clara's thumb. She's
Hello.
3/4 thumb.
Yep.
And here's me. I'm 4/4 hand. So
now that we've established who we are.
So, anywho, thanks for joining into PG-13. Today, I'm going to be inking a rat while Clara is diminishing my ego. And what are you inking today, Clara?
I am inking the 8th page of the project I'm going to be kickstarting here very shortly. So by the time this episode comes out, hopefully that Kickstarter is already underway. This is, as you can see, an interior environment, which is
Cool.
something I've been really leaning into lately, especially as I aggressively study Otomo's work in Akira, this is a very Akira page, as you can see. And there are some very Akira pages in this project, and I am not ashamed of that, nor do I apologize.
Oh, never apologize for your influences.
There you go.
Unless you have a shitty influence. There's one, everyone.
Wow, we're off to a good start.
I don't think I even cursed this morning while talking to you, and immediately the camera goes on, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure you did, but okay, we can do this. You did it last time. You succeeded last time. So
did I actually succeed once?
You did. This is twice now. You've succeeded.
What do you know? I'm not gonna curse my way out of house and home because I have to give all these people effing free books.
Well, they've all been very pleased with them. I will say that. Everyone's been very excited to get them. So you're doing some good there for sure.
Not everybody's this effing stupid. So join our podcast and you can win free stuff.
On a regular basis.
The moment I open my mouth. So today I'm going to be inking this rat. Humans, if you can see it. Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, he's so cute. Have you inked a rat before?
Nothing like this. I have.
Okay.
Like a background.
Right.
Like if I'm showing people where Clara lives, I have a rat like dying in the corner.
Yeah, it didn't get enough scraps of food that I didn't clean up in my little hovel. No,
it had a wonderful rat ego, and then you started talking to it, and then the rat killed himself.
No, I don't want to be the queen of rat suicides. Have I ever told you this? I had pet rats in my teens.
Of course you did. No, you didn't, though.
I don't think I did. Yeah, how did that never come up? Yeah, I had 2 pet rats. They were awesome. I loved them very
What were
much.
their names?
They were named Carl and Curtis.
Carl and Curtis, those fine rat names.
Yes. They were good boys. They were brothers. Curtis was fat and stupid, but he was clearly the dominant one. And Carl was very smart, noticeably smarter, but fairly subservient. So they had an interesting little pack dynamic going on there. And I taught them tricks and everything. They were good boys.
Really? What tricks? Did you get them to chirp out like, Claire's awesome?
No. I mean, I taught them to
okay, you get fed today, rat.
I taught them to sit up on command, and they knew their names and stuff. They would come when I called their names, and I had a little, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm admitting this. You know those dog obstacle courses or agility courses that they do competitively?
Awesome.
I made like a version of that with popsicle sticks and toilet paper tubes, and I taught it to them.
That's amazing. I love it, Clara. It makes me actually like you, so good.
Oh, good. Now that we've done almost we're approaching 10 episodes now.
I found something we can identify with.
I know.
So we success, right?
Can relate now that we've been co-hosting all this time. Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, I am so in the mood to just ink foliage, but we're gonna ink this rat for the peeps.
Ink that rat.
Hey.
I wanted to jump into there was a hilarious incident that happened to me right after our last recording, so I've saved it for our next recording.
Shoot, let's hear.
I've been waiting to tell it. Okay, so I'm at the grocery store, and I'm waiting in line behind this lady who is trying to make a fairly small purchase, and she gets into an argument with the cashier. You're just standing in line. You're not really paying attention. You're not trying to spy on the people in front of you. You're just minding your own business. And I'm there minding my own business, and this lady starts to get in a very heated exchange with the cashier. So I start to pay attention, what's going on here? And the lady was, I'm not 100% sure of her ethnicity, but there was a clear language gap, which contributed quite a bit to.
Only exacerbates impatience and things like that.
It didn't help at all. And she kept it. So the customer keeps insisting, like, I gave you $5, and the cashier's like, no, you definitely gave me $4. Like, she needed $1 more of change back than she'd been given, and she was so convinced, and it just went on for an awkwardly long time. And I even I checked my wallet to see if I have like $1 I can give this lady so that she can calm down. Like, it seemed very important to her. Like, I don't, she may have been in a very bad financial situation. Like, I don't know. But it got real awkward. And finally, the cashier and she was like young too. And I sympathize with cashiers because I was cashiering for like 8 years. I know how it can be sometimes. Some people just get really intense about little things. So she finally just pops the drawer and gives this lady an extra $1. And I know you're not like allowed to do that, but I think she just wanted it to be over. And I understood. I wasn't surprised. So, I sympathize. It's my turn in line. And I'm like, oh, that was something, huh? And she's just like, yeah, man. I was like, oh. So we just had sort of our moment. She packs up my groceries. I pay. She puts them, in the bag right next to her there. I take the bag and I go to my destination. Thinking nothing of it. I get where I'm going. I take the stuff out of the bag. What do you think was at the bottom of this bag?
The $1.
One solitary $1. And I felt so terrible. Like, they were both right. I felt so bad about it.
That's absolutely that's hilarious.
I literally wanted to where's my other pen? I was almost like, man, if I go back now, can I tell this girl what happened? Like, I almost wanted to go because I know how long those things, dealing with customers like that can really wear away your faith in humanity in general. So I just wanted, I had a moment where I just wanted to go back and be like, look what happened. You were both right. How many times has that happened in your life?
Yeah, where each person, that's kind of how Sean Murphy and I approached Outer Orbit, because we had two storytellers. We wanted to show how two people can completely remember the exact same thing differently.
Oh, interesting.
So when they were telling their story, they were getting impatient with each other because they weren't telling it the way they wanted it told. So, or at least Crunk was.
I had a moment where I know you make fun of me for being a nerd and liking Community, but there was that one episode where the character Britta hates her parents and she's confronting them about all the terrible things they did when she was a kid, and they're finally just like, honey, we believe you, but we don't remember any of that. And I was just like, oh, I've had those moments with my parents for sure. It's like, but you did this, that, and they like, we did? So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Community was a good show. I like the people on it. I just can't watch sitcoms.
I understand.
It makes me not want to live anymore the longer I watch a sitcom.
Was it it's not a laugh track like sitcom? Do you not just like that sort of light fare?
I think I've just grown old of it or tired of it. Yeah, to your point, if you have a laugh track in your show, there's no time in my life I'm going to respect you.
Right, because then you're just insisting. No, it's funny.
Now you laugh, dum-dum. Right. Stick McDonald's in face and laugh.
Well, and now I do like the original version of that, which is the idea of filming in front of a live audience. That makes sense, which itself comes from the idea of the radio show. So that's kind of a cool idea, but its time is clearly past.
Well, Community ain't no Laverne and Shirley. I agree with you.
No.
So, hello. Yeah. God, I loved Lenny and Squiggy.
Okay, good. I'm glad you did.
Sorry you're so young and full of nothing.
I'm full of my own experiences.
You're allowed to have your own experience, Claire.
Someday.
And you're allowed to watch Community. There's a whole bunch of limp-wristed people that are going to yell at me after this podcast because I don't like Community. I've been yelled at it before. You ever notice that if you don't like something somebody else likes, they get fucking indignant? Oh, there's two.
Oh, I'm actually keeping a tally this time. I don't know why. Like, we keep track of it.
Yeah,
Right.
just send the darn book.
Yeah.
I'm incorrigible, it appears.
You have achieved
So,
success before, and you will again.
so
What am I
no, I'd
doing
rather
here?
watch sports or fighting or learn something or be entertained or something like that. So I don't really
Yeah,
watch those shows.
that's
Um,
fine. I mean, they all exist. That means somebody's watching them.
yeah, I agree. Just like Duck Dynasty.
Oh, gosh.
Somebody's watching that, and that's why the world is ending.
Well, there you go.
Oh, thanks for agreeing with me. I'll write Duck Dynasty and tell them how you feel. Hey, you old racist coot. This is what
Person you
Clara's
don't
saying.
know. Person you don't know said a thing you don't care about. Cool. I mean, that's what fandom is, though, right? Or just
Holy
like,
crap, yes.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna render this way.
Starting to use my words, Claire.
Render?
Yeah.
Render is not your word. Render is a normal art word.
I never saw or heard you have that in your vernacular until your semi-like mentor came along.
Well, then you're just missing out, because that was we were actually using the term rendery in school quite a bit. We would complain about work when it's too rendery, or
I'm gonna render you useless.
No, I've been destroyed. Oh no, I dropped my pen.
Fired.
Yep, I deserve
Person
to be
that
fired.
can't control her tools is fired.
A poor craftsman drops their tools.
I never drop my tools.
Yeah, I believe that.
I dropped one earlier while we are filming here today, but I did it only to make you feel better about yourself.
Oh, I definitely noticed and felt better about myself too.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So now that you stole my word, render.
Yep.
What do you want to do next?
Well, so we can play Super Fight, or you can deliver on a certain. You promised a certain story last time involving a heart-struck teacher of yours at one point.
Well, I never said heart-struck, but
trying to come up with a polite term.
People that want to get it, I wouldn't say are heart-struck.
Sometimes they are.
They can be.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just want to get it.
Yeah.
That I can attest to. But even teachers. But let's do Super Fight first.
Okay.
Get my brain. Hey, everyone, we're recording early morning, and Zach's coffee's trying to kick in, and Clara has already destroyed my ego this morning twice. So
I did not.
I'm in a flustered state. So I woke up feeling good about myself, and now I want to die. But let's play Super Fight.
Okay, sure. Not that I did anything to you, but okay, here we go. Pull the cards.
Like a true sociopath, you immediately diminish your play and everything. But
no, I didn't.
No, you're probably wearing a clown suit, looking for boys to take home.
The boys around here do love a clown suit. What can I say?
Picking up your boys at the Corn Palace in your clown outfit. Hey guys.
You're obsessed with the Corn Palace. Okay.
I was as a kid, man. It was a palace made of corn, and you could see it. I'd always say, "Can we go to the Corn Palace?" My dad would say, "No, because we're on a road trip, and we got to drive 18 hours today." So
no, it will corrupt you. You must not resist. Okay.
My dad's not an easily impressed man, and unfortunately, the Corn Palace brought that out.
Oh, the corn didn't impress him?
Well, some people aren't impressed by palaces made of maize.
Oh, well. I'll have to update my vocab here. Okay, here we go. I'm reading my cards. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, I am a mad scientist. So that's
again.
A good start.
You got to shuffle these things.
Was I a mad scientist before?
I think in an earlier episode. One of us was, I thought. Anyways, maybe I just wish I was a mad scientist.
Let me pull just one more then, just to be... come here.
I may be wrong, as you're quick to attest.
Well, you... Listeners at home, I don't do that.
Okay. Making your case. You're going to make a great entertainer. Go, go, go.
Well, I think you will be disappointed now because I just became a much more formidable opponent. I'm now Freddy.
Okay.
Oh, well, maybe not. Because I'm made of guacamole.
Okay there, guacamole murderer. What's up?
And I'm armed with a cattle prod. Now, I am made of guacamole, so I'm not sure how efficient that or my awesome knife fingers or burnt face design is, but we'll see what we can do.
Did you say, did it say Freddy Krueger?
No, it didn't, but we have the option to choose, much as you chose Jason and the Argonauts instead of Jason Voorhees, even though Jason Voorhees was clearly a better choice. Although you did get voted the winner of that fight for some reason, even though you threw a spear with your butt cheeks.
Live and learn, lady.
I guess I just respected the hubris. All right, you ready for your fate?
You're welcome. Yes.
All right. I think this is going to make you very happy because I know this is one of your favorite things ever that I've pulled for you. You are a gladiator.
Made of melted cheese.
I know, right? Okay. And now you're a gladiator wearing cement shoes, which is a complication. And you're riding a flying narwhal.
Oh my God, this isn't even a fair fight.
Yeah, it might not be because I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna try. Okay. Okay, what does Freddy have? Here's the thing. Freddy can only kill you in your dreams. So I'm gonna play a Zach Howard card and just overtly cheat. So I'm Freddy. I made a guacamole and I'm armed with a cattle prod. I'm just lying on the ground in a pile because I'm guacamole. I'm gonna actually say I'm in a bowl. Let's be tidy.
You're a bowl of simplistic but revered horror bad guy.
Yes, full of awesome little one-liners and just general goofiness, especially as the series goes on. He gets less and less scary and more just kind of fun. So
he gets kind of goofy, huh?
I want you to imagine a bowl like a traditional guacamole bowl, like those sort of round-bellied ones with.
Does it have like a chip ring around it?
Yes.
I used to make those when I was a potter because they always sold at art shows.
Oh, I bet. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Ladies be loving guacamole chip dishes or whatever. Anything with like a center dipping aisle and a circle of things you can put your dipping implements, your vehicle for getting dip in your mouth. Yeah. So there you go. Carry on. You're busy losing.
No, yes, okay. But I just want to, I know since I'm going to lose this one because I literally can't move, I just want to paint the picture. I want you to imagine this dish full of guacamole, but there's like knife finger gloves poking out of it and a hat and a striped sweater just sort of mixed in, which is like a really gross. But it's like
I'm actually liking your villain now. I may lose on purpose.
It's like a large one, but he's still sentient. He's Freddy. Like burning him alive didn't kill him, so I don't think making him to guacamole will kill him either. So
hey, that's just science, right?
Yeah, that's obviously science, dude. So we're I'm gonna go ahead and say that your gladiator is asleep, which means I can go into his dreams and wreak as much havoc as I want. And in the dream, I still have a cattle prod and my knife fingers, so I can basically obliterate you in this dreamscape. So that this being, you know, the era of horror movie it is, means that you're just sort of standing around in like some sort of wet hallway in the dark, and I just walk up and I electrocute and slice you to pieces.
Okay, you done?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't think there's much else I can do. I mean, there's a lot of weird visual metaphors in the movies I could throw in. Like, isn't there a sheep at some point? I don't know.
Anyway. I watched like the first 3. I watched through Dream Warriors, and now that it's my turn, little did you know that being a gladiator, you're an automatic dream warrior.
Okay, all right.
It's actually dream warrior fighting is one of the staples of gladiatorial training.
Okay, so, go on.
I'll kick your butt while I ink a rat ear for the first time. Well,
oh yay!
Realistically, the first time. again, last time I drew rats, they're a ways, they're crawling around in the
Right.
rafters type stuff.
Not every day you draw a rat portrait.
So I used to, anyways, I'll move away from rat jokes so I can whip your butt here real quick.
Go for it.
So, anyways, my gladiator is a dream warrior, and there's two things that old Guacamole face didn't realize. Is that first,
you remember your narwhal?
I'm riding a flying narwhal.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Just don't forget him. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So, I didn't even know you could dream warrior without riding a flying narwhal. But
okay.
To each their own, Clara.
I guess the cards were just really in your favor this time.
Yes. So, I'll make it good though. Here,
okay.
Despite it being morning and my brain being soup.
Okay.
You had your chance. Anyhow, I enter the dream. You say, in your cowardly state, you attack me while I'm sleeping. Good job, Mr. Krueger. No wonder why they burned you to death.
That's how Freddy works, and that's not why they burned him. Go on.
Sorry, I should probably stop inking my rat for a second. So, because I'm getting the delicate stuff that I normally don't do. Or maybe I can ink a tree while I do it.
I always stop inking when I'm doing my fight. Well, maybe not always, but often.
That's weird because you lose every time, so then you get nothing done.
I know, right?
Anywho's, Miss Clara. So, honorless fighting Miss Clara. I've never met a living guacamole horror monster that fought fair, anyways. So, to that point, Clara, I get it.
I understand. I respect that.
What a beautiful branch. Anywho, so I enter the dream like a force of nature that old Freddy Krueger and his stupid one-liners has never witnessed before.
Your majestic narwhal arching through the dreamscape.
Truly. My majestic narwhal. I mean, people stop and they just start sighing. They stop looking at Superman flying and they look at my narwhal and go, holy crepe.
Oh, there we go. Whew. What kind of visuals are you working with? Are you wearing like the little gladiator skirt or like the?
No. I have the cement shoes.
Oh, that's right.
I'm getting to that. All I'm wearing are the cement shoes.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to be specific here. I mean,
and just to upset you, I'm holding my gladiatorial spear with my butt cheeks again. Just to prove a point. So I enter like a phoenix rising, just because I don't know how else to enter a dream room.
I think that's the customary way.
In my dream warrior state, I see your guacamole. Luckily, I brought chips, but I'm not even going to use them. I may even double dip if I do. But anywho's, so let's see. What am I again?
You're a gladiator.
Cement shoes gladiator that rides the most kick butt.
Majestic opalescent flying narwhal.
Opalescent?
Yes.
Oh, well, I guess they are white, right? So.
Yeah, they're majestic looking creatures, especially in like those weird wet horror dream hallways.
Yeah, well, now we're into your mind and what you think about at night. But we'll digress. So you're useless as both a creature and in a super fight.
Well, I don't think so, because in the dream I'm ambulatory at least.
Oh, so you can walk as Guacamole.
Right, because we dream fight. I guess if you want me to still be Guacamole and I can walk, I think you still have a pretty good chance. I don't know.
Well, anyways, this is how I was going to handle it.
Okay.
So, like the narwhal gladiatorial champion that I am, I enter the dream. And I see you. I didn't know bowls of guacamole could cry, but you're in a very, very fitful crying state. Mournful wailing type crying. It's really weird.
That is weird.
So you're distracted. I don't use my spear and keep it lodged in my butt cheeks just in case I fight a real opponent. I got to bring it out
in case somebody tries to drop on you from the ceiling. You're prepared to impale them.
Exactly. So no death from above. And but the thing is about my concrete shoes. Freddy Krueger's really stupid. He died as like a child touching janitor way back in the day, and he's well known for never reading books.
Okay.
So as you well know, don't act like quit playing daft.
Yeah.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, we've taken a brief diversion into being British, and now to return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Was I British or were you?
You were. I'm pretty sure you only say daft if you're British.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. The bigotry, people.
I know.
Sorry,
right?
I'm going to apologize on behalf of Clara.
I'm super racist, right?
Well, just a bigot.
Okay. Just nationalist, I guess. Okay. Anyway.
So, anyways, what you don't really know, you thought my concrete shoes were going to save you, but I work with being a gladiatorial Narwhal master. Hello, everybody. I'm Zach Howard. I can enunciate. You try and ink a rat while saying narwhal. But I work with MIT grad students who actually make the world's lightest concrete. It's lighter than plastic and can float. So my concrete shoes, it's hard to know how they help me in this way, but I can actually run faster and kick Guacamole harder by wearing them. But even that, I just do that. So you're looking at my cement shoes. How does this guy move around with his super light cement shoes? He must be a gladiatorial narwhal god among men. And that's what's going through your head, as per usual, just like real life when you're talking to me.
That's a normal sentence I normally experience whilst communicating with you.
Thank you for admitting.
I got to be the bigger person.
Well, you're definitely learning honesty.
Yes.
So I appreciate that.
Yes.
It's a long journey, Clara.
I appreciate your understanding, Narwhal King.
Me and my cement shoes appreciate it. My narwhal's just a cold-blooded killer of war, just an agent of war that only has one thing on its mind: bloodlust.
Oh.
So that's actually a natural state of a narwhal.
Is bloodlust.
Extreme bloodlust.
Yeah.
You
just cut to a narwhal and its eyes are blood red and there's like an angry dun, dun.
What you looking at?
I'll kill you all.
I will. So anyways, while Freddy Krueger's staring at my we haven't established Freddy Krueger can see because I've never met Guacamole with eyeballs, but I'm just gonna say you have two stupid eyeballs sticking out the top of the bowl.
I love that. Yeah,
and they're googly eyes too. So if you move the bowl, they go.
They're just sitting on top like cherries on a sundae.
Yeah, they're not even attached.
Yeah. there's a slight tremor. One of them sort of roll down a little bit. They make like audible squishing sounds.
Somebody it's like looking at me and a hand comes from off panel with a chip and takes some dip in one of your eyeballs.
I was gonna say someone in one of the rooms off this creepy dream hall like starts the dryer or something and the eyeball starts to roll away.
So anyways, to end this fight, my narwhal, I didn't even get a chance to decide how I was gonna kill you. My narwhal, by the way, can fly at Mach 2.
Okay.
And it's my cement shoes that keep me, in place. I'm able to, how like some rodeo queen has really strong thighs for squeezing the horse.
Right.
I'm no different. Not only am I a gladiator, I have rodeo queen strength.
Well, I was gonna say your shoes better be what's doing it because I don't think you could squeeze your butt cheeks that much and also grip your narwhal with your legs.
No, it's my thighs. You don't know how muscles work. Sheesh.
All right. Okay. Fine.
Have you never seen somebody hold things with their butt cheeks, Claire? Where are you from?
I'm sorry. I was spending all of my brain strength figuring out how people ride narwhals. I'm sorry. You can fire me if you need to.
What do I pay you for?
I don't even know.
But anyways, you think I'm going to use my narwhal and its bloodlust just runs you through with its narwhal unicorn horn.
Just like squish.
Yeah, but the thing is, he knew I'm so simpatico with my narwhal being gladiatorial dream warrior. Don't forget dream warrior.
Yeah,
because dream warriors don't lose to Freddy Krueger.
It's a glorious sort of Black Beauty situation where you're just like a narwhal whisperer.
Correct. And just out of humiliation and to have energy for my next actual fight, I open my mouth and all the guacamole goes in. I eat it. But out of disgrace, it tastes like Freddy Krueger, so I spit it out. And while doing Mach 2, it's just this fine mist behind me of guacamole. And then one lone eyeball. As we pass, everything kind of settles, like slowly settles the ground. And then you just see one of your stupid googly eyeballs fall on the ground. And it has one little tear in its eye, just dripping down.
I love how cinematic that was, that you were like blocking that scene out in your mind. That was lovely.
You're welcome.
Legendary.
A little early this morning for me to get too narwhal heavy. Sorry, fans.
I don't think anyone will be disappointed. That was a pretty impressive solution, considering that you were stuck on a narwhal. Yeah,
well, cement shoes, you don't want to move around with them too much, so you stay in your narwhal as much as possible.
Well, granted. I mean, if I had a quarter for every time I said that.
Stay on your narwhal?
Stay on your narwhal as much as possible. Now, kids, don't you cross the road. Stay on your
narwhal. So there you go. Sorry. But me and my gladiator and MIT developed light concrete just whipped you up. I didn't even need all those things. I just had to let the viewers know all the things that come with me being narwhal gladiator.
So I want to point out the historical moment we've just witnessed is that all the sad, horny teens that have perished at the hands of Freddy Krueger trying to figure out how to defeat him, we now know how. You have to have a majestic narwhal, and he has to already be a bowl of guacamole.
And the torque gripping strength of your butt cheek needs to be near inhuman levels.
Yes. Yeah, you need to be in peak physical condition and have, this perfect sort of spiritual simpatico with a bloodlust narwhal, all of which are normal sentences that I just said.
I'm glad you came around.
Yeah.
To the truth.
I fully accept you probably won that one. It's hard to win anything as a bowl of guac, except the contest for maybe most delicious snack.
No, you should have been.
What?
An irresistible bowl of guacamole that had Freddy Krueger poison in it. So as I ate it, the knife blades went down my throat and killed me.
By which you mean, the ways in which you should have cheated like I do?
Well, if you ever want to win.
Oh, all right.
I know you got those hot and bothered boys that keep voting for you. But
I win sometimes.
That's what I mean. Those guys show up and stop jerking off the narwhal porn long enough to be kind enough to vote for you.
What a horrible image. Yeah.
Have you ever perused narwhal erotica, miss?
You know what? I can't say that I have.
Well, then.
Is it?
You don't know what you're missing.
I guess not. Apparently not. I did describe that narwhal as beautiful and opalescent.
Yeah. My narwhal, he's cashing in.
Well,
you think I'm hot?
You like my narwhal?
Hey, nice narwhal. Thanks. I just had him circumcised.
Oh, weird. Well, congratulations on another fight. Well done. I'm sorry for offending the guacamole being community. Those human guacamoles that are out there.
Oh, your hateful narwhal bigotry.
Yes, that I have been very insensitive to people who are also made of guacamole.
Yeah, you would think you would have more compassion, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I suck. What can I say?
You're still fun. They still invite you to parties.
Well, I mean, it's hard to turn down guacamole. Wait, I lost the thread. Never mind.
No, it was a good line.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you
Nobody
congratulating me?
says, darn it, did you bring guacamole to the party?
Get out of here. Get out of here with your green thing. We don't want your kind.
Guacamole killed my family.
I mean, depending on what they died of, it might have. If it was Freddy poisoned, for example.
You gave my family fast-acting salmonella, and they don't drink enough water and all died.
We need to remake the Freddy Krueger movies with just like a bowl of guacamole running into a building that they pour gasoline over and burn.
It's just a bunch of horny kids with no career post the movie standing around Dream Warrior kicking like karate, like fake karate style, the bowl of guacamole.
Yeah.
Kaya!
Yeah.
Kya! Kya!
Take that, you stupid bowl of guacamole.
I will not be whatever I don't know. I forgot what it eventually became. Like
hunted down in my
dreams. Yeah. I'm a dream warrior. Kick, punch.
Yeah, those movies really lost their thread after a while.
I went to the theater to see Dream Warrior.
Really?
That was back when you just went to the theater to go hang out with your friends.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Fortunately, I don't have friends now, so.
Oh, yes, you do. None of them live close to you, though.
So no Dream Warrior watch parties.
That's a shame. Well, yeah.
It is. True shame.
Did you ever were you amongst the generation that did the like just random hangout at the mall thing? Because that's pretty much over, too.
When I was pretty young, yes. But not like a mall rat type thing, but there would be Sbarro's and like a movie theater and an arcade. So
right,
we ended up there a lot. Get one of our parents to drop us off at the Hawaii Mall,
right,
or one of them that was by us in Mililani, and a lot of good days. Sbarro's MFers. There's only two types of people: people that love Sbarro's and people that worship Satan.
Oh, okay. I know I've been a couple of times, but like I said, the mall thing was already sort of going down by the time I was old enough to care.
Well, you need to have more Sbarro's care.
All right.
That's what I think is missing in our society. Not enough Sbarro's love.
I would believe that was definitely involved.
Well, thanks for agreeing with me, first of all.
I know. Mark your calendars, folks.
Hell, I think we should just have an episode dedicated to you actually agreeing with me.
That would be too much fun for you. I think you would be too happy. You would die of
happiness.
Enjoyment. Yes.
Can a man die of happiness, Clara?
I'm sure. Well, I don't know about happiness, but like I don't know. You'd have to have like a weak heart or something.
Like those dudes that get the hookers and then die underneath them.
Yeah,
those are my favorite stories. Like old dudes that get hookers and they're like fat or something and suffocate.
That's a rough way to go. Or they're just their hearts.
Or it's the greatest way to go.
I don't know, but you have to be found that way. Like that's your official. I don't know.
It's better than autoerotic asphyxiation.
But that they report a suicide, which is also.
Yeah, they always say, "Oops," and suicide.
Yeah. I can understand not wanting certain things on your official report of death.
Well, it's like the who was it? The guy from INXS, he died that way. And they were trying to make up all these stories of like he was murdered or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
No, the guy was just jerking off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I don't remember his name, though.
I'm drawing a blank, too, and I'm embarrassed because I grew up with him, really liking him. Who didn't like Kung Fu as a kid?
Right.
Until you realize it was fake. Supposed to be Bruce Lee, but we have Hollywood was a little effing racist.
Oh, then wow. Now also.
Yeah, I was gonna say then.
Then was definitely worse, though.
Yeah, it was pretty just openly. I don't know.
Yeah. For the
regardless,
moment.
Bruce Lee, I think, came up with it, and a bunch of fat white men said we can't have an Asian star for F's sake. So for
Well, they were
narwhal's
just
sake,
insecure.
what now?
They were just insecure.
Well, that's where most racism comes from, right?
Well, yeah. I'm just throwing that at them. I like how this is looking. I had to do this screen. Let's see.
The screen. Oh, on your
Yes, on my
thing. So,
my made up device here. I totally did the thing where I was just like, I'm gonna make up some fake machinery here. Whatever.
so do you want me to tell my story? You tell a story.
I would love to hear your story because you promised that you would tell this story, and
How
I
dumb Zach is.
I wouldn't. Well, it's not about. I mean, well, I guess I should hear the story first to know. Like, tell away.
So clueless, and I was also at a time in my life where I had a very low self-worth. So
Right. Well, all that contributes. Well, stop qualifying it. Just tell it first and then qualify it.
I'm talking to Clara Meath. I have to qualify everything.
Oh, all right. You resent me so badly. No, go ahead. That's fair.
It is fair, but I'll stop harping on you.
Okay.
But okay, so everybody, I don't know if this is how dumb Zach is. When I got out of the Marines, I was working. Sorry, delicate eye. I should probably work on something else while I do this. But so I'm at a place, a really giant community college. It was one of the biggest in America. It was called Hines Community College, but it was in this butthole of a town called Raymond, Mississippi, which is south of Jackson, which already you're losing in life if you're in Jackson, Mississippi.
How old were you at this point?
I think I was probably 21 or something at this point.
A wee thing.
Well, I was a lot older than most of the students. Not a lot. I was just a little older than most of the students, and you know, probably had a few more life experiences compared to the average person going there. But so
we were both old college students.
We were. Well, I failed out of college my first chance. I don't know that it's a bad thing. It sent me on my journey.
Yeah, it got you where you are.
It does. You can talk down to me after the show.
Will do. I'm writing it down.
But so anyways, I used to work as this super rich lady wanted to start a pottery business and like was using a train yard's kilns that was blowing up all these giant like landscaping pots. You know, they're like 100 pounds. They're giant.
Like those huge flower pots that are like
for like in front of a building or something like that.
They're like more like installations than flower pots.
Pretty much. So I was making those for her, but she wouldn't build her own gas kiln. She wanted to use this gas or this train yard. And I think that was in Clinton, Mississippi. Anyway, I'm confusing stories. Sorry, that was Hines. That was Mississippi State when I started doing that. Okay. Sorry, I have too many stories of teachers trying to touch ye old dork. So this instance, I forgot where I was. But anyways, I was coming back from like Jackson, Mississippi, and I'd totally forgotten about a midterm.
No!
Until it was too late.
That's the stress dream I always have.
Yeah, it came to life. No. I forgot what I was doing, working or something, and then just forgot. Because it was.
You forgot to go to the test, or you forgot about it completely? Like you didn't study or anything?
The former.
Okay.
I studied. I really enjoy science.
Okay, good.
Or just discovery. I've never had a problem with learning. I just have a problem with the academics of things.
Sure.
The academic institutions of things. Anywho, so I had this badass 67 Mustang at the time. I'm cruising back to the school, which is south of Jackson in the middle of nowhere. And I get there and go running. It's fortunately, I'm literally like 2 hours late. And is I don't even know what this was. I think it was biology 2.
Okay.
So I go running up the stairs. I'm all sweaty.
Paint a picture.
There you go. I have sweat dripping off my supple nipples underneath my tight shirt, but I have holes cut out for the nipples so you can see the nipple sweat.
You're writing a magnificent narwhal.
I did. I wrote it in my late class. So fortunately,
and your professor was like, Howard, how many times have I told you to get that thing out of the classroom?
Now take your pants off and get over here, Howard. Fortunately, she was there just by herself in her office.
I mean, fortunately for her.
And live your fantasies out in your own time. But anyhow, so I'm like, I tell her, I'm like, I was working. I am so sorry, because it'd been like, for whatever reason, we hadn't had class that week, so it just wasn't on my mind.
Yeah.
And I was probably thinking about something depressing. Anyways, she actually is very okay with it. She's like, oh, I was wondering where you were. I understand life happens sometime, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to take the test now? And I was like, sure, I studied. So she walks me into her office. She may have been at her desk or something like that, and then like classroom desk, and then we went into her office. She said, here it is, blah blah blah. She sat me down in there and actually in her office and had me take the test, and I had like 45 minutes to take it.
That's super awkward though.
I'm Zach. I don't really notice things.
That would be that. Take it from me, as a person who does notice those things, that is extremely awkward. Just like, is she just sitting there staring at you taking a test for 45 minutes? Tests are stressful enough. Oh,
this is like an office about the size of my office right now. And so she's just kind of standing over me while I take it. And I'm supposed to have 45 minutes, but she keeps talking to me like this and that. And then we get talking about James Brown, and who I'm really big into, especially at that time. I was listening a lot of James Brown, and she was like, oh, he has a Christmas album, and she's like writing it down and stuff, like being overly interested.
Yeah.
Just talking about like James Brown music. I'm supposed to be taking a test, mind you.
Right, yeah. Like, shut up, lady.
And she starts getting, like, eventually I notice she just has her hand on my shoulder while I'm taking the test, talking to me. And then we're still talking. She goes, locks the door. Stupid Zach doesn't even know. She doesn't want me to be disturbed.
Are you serious?
Which is accurate.
I know, right? You really,
so she's,
really didn't know.
Look, when you hate yourself and you think you're the biggest loser in the world, all I did was work out and study. That's it. That is effing it.
Well, that's what she liked.
And so, like, I'm in Mississippi, so I'd be like the only, like, the football coaches, I'd be talking to them while I'm running in the morning and stuff. I was the only jerk. Out there in the morning, like running at 6:30 in the morning, etc., and working out. And they didn't even have a gym at the college, so I used to go to the Y because they wouldn't let me use the football players' gym. So, anyways, I'm taking this test. She's touching me and rubbing my shoulders and locking doors and so into things and talking about going to concert and this and that and. At the time, and I'm a late bloomer, but I know better now, and realized she probably wanted to get stuck. But yeah, I was just completely. This lady literally did everything she could have at the time. The weird thing is, my girlfriend at the time knew her. Like from like real life or something like that. Like they had like weird. Distant relatives, like at a wedding and stuff like that. So
Very strange. What was this teacher's like marital situation? Do you know? Was there anything weird going on there? Was she married or
I don't think
what?
so.
Okay. Was she old?
She was probably early 30s.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. So she was my age.
Yeah. So I was like 21. She was probably like 32.
Oh, this all just became like different and weird. Like,
what's weird about it?
I was thinking of this as like an older woman. I was thinking of this like a cougar situation. Like, this is a very young person. These are two very young people.
I like how when somebody's your age, they're very young.
You know what? You're the one who's always insisting I'm young, dude. I'm trying to play into your hand here.
Okay. You never do that, though. So who are you? Where's Clara?
I learn sometimes. We've established that.
I have my self-worth. It's being bolstered. Where's Clara? Who are you?
Get out of here, imposter.
So yeah, I was pretty aloof. And this lady tried everything and probably really confused when I finished the test. She's like, she graded it like looking at my eyes and, hey, like, you did really well. And no, I probably did do really well. I'm really into biology, but
yeah,
I wasn't aware of her level of it being into biology.
That was a good line.
So,
man.
I don't even remember how, but I like left and she was probably scratching her head. I was just a dumb kid. And again, when you hate yourself, you don't really think, hey, this lady wants to touch the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. And I never realized it until I was talking to my wife one time. We're talking about college stories. Mm-hmm. And I was leading up to my infamous turkey story, which the gem of all gems for stories in Zach. One day I'll tell that story to everybody because it's the same day because it was midterms. And then I'm driving to where my parents live in Vicksburg, Mississippi to do laundry and eat my mom's awesome food.
Right.
And
college parent things.
Yes. Clean your underwear and eat mom's cake products that she's made for other people.
Yes.
And that was my MO.
Steal resources from your parental units. Yes, we've all been there.
Correct. So I was telling my wife, like, I think the turkey story once, and she's more into like, your professor was trying to have sex with you.
Right.
And I was like, what? And so you can ask Megan how aloof I am about that stuff.
I mean, that's in its own way, that's very endearing that you were that aloof. I think it's kind of sweet in its own way.
That was one time a teacher tried to bang me.
Were there others?
Well, people in like positions of power, I've noticed sometimes. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but because
I don't think that's ever happened to me. And like, I'm a lady type, but at the same time, I just
you're a female.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I tell you that?
No.
And maybe, maybe I'm not far enough out to really understand, but I don't think it ever did. But I was also, when you are a female, you're also always like on the lookout for that. So I think if it was going to happen, I just avoided it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it happened. I effed up his foot here, Clara. Forgive me.
Oh, his little foot. Oh, he looks so cute. Oh, I haven't looked in so long. Look at that little guy.
Yeah, coming out, huh?
That's so cute. Did she say, did the client say the rat's name? The rat had a name?
Smokey.
Smokey. What a cute name.
Smokey the Rat.
Beautiful.
Hoo-ah, Smokey the Rat.
Good burp, too, by the way.
And then that led into exact same day the turkey story, which I'll tell sometime. People aren't ready for that.
They have to be emotionally prepared.
It's one of the funniest darn stories of all time. So
that's amazing.
It's what I pull out when I'm like at a party or other pros are like, oh, this is the funniest story ever. Uh-huh.
Oh. Well, that's what I mean. I remember I told you your aunt told me that she introduced the concept of the turkey story, and I asked you about it, and you said only I can tell that story correctly, and now I understand what you mean. It comes with context.
Well, yeah, I had to like piece it together. It was a wild day. That started with my teacher trying to seduce me, so I can use Clara words.
Well, and I'm like, I'm such a nerd too. Like my first thought was, well, at least you did well on the test.
I did. So
good.
Again, I love the bio, those types of classes. I love. Give me biology, geology, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Give me art history, and you get those self-important, like Palmolive smooth hand guys, like telling you what artists were thinking 300 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay, loser.
I did like art history though, because I was able to like, just get deep into it, and
be a super dork.
Yeah, I was a super dork about it, and I developed a really good method for memorizing the dates, so I was always really good at the tests. I would find some countable element in the art. Like I could remember the century it was in. So like, okay, this was 18 something, and there's 3 characters and 5 flowers over here, so it's 1835. Like I would do that.
That's smart.
I got through it.
Yeah, I think I got through with a B. I had to do way too many art history classes. I hate memorizing things I don't want to memorize. So
So you have a certain dignity to you. I'm just so happy to just like, I was so approval seeking at the time. It's like just whatever it took to be the best, I would do it.
Where I definitely have that in me, but
you have it in different ways though.
I'm very, very competitive, but
yes.
I've never flourished in school. Even when I was like gifted and talented and stuff, they effing hated me.
Yeah.
Because I don't like people that have positions of power that don't earn it.
Well, sure.
Most teaching, most authority positions, people just kind of fail into the position. They've never left, or they're just there, or they have a piece of paper saying they're awesome or whatever, but it's not really earned. And I can smell it on, especially men, when they have no leadership skills and they're trying to lead. It really irks me.
I can see that.
I've never worked well in an academic setting because I ask a lot of questions, and I don't give people immediate authoritative respect.
I see.
And I probably should sometimes, but lots of times I'm right. I'm not saying I'm always right, but lots of times I am. These are kind of low-level human beings in positions of power, and that's all they care about. It's not what their job is or thrust in life. They're passionless. They just become these little Hitlers that utilize their position of power without empathy or understanding of what they're doing and why.
Right. And that is very common.
Yeah. So I normally don't like teachers unless they're badasses. I just don't listen. I have a lot of trouble with just low-level people. Or people that assume power emotionally just because they're there.
Well, all that being said, you're out of school now, so it would be it's like sometimes it's interesting to look back on things like that and wonder, like, was that my age? Is that my personality? Or is it some combination thereof? Like,
combination.
Yeah, it's like, because I
grew up in the military and stuff, and I've seen leaders and people achieve things, and what happens when leadership fails. People die and things like that. So
yeah.
I think in my young brain, I remember pissing off, like being like 8 years old, pissing off like Boy Scout instructors because I'd ask why or this or that or why are we doing, I just lose respect for people. And once I do, I have a severe issue of not being able to get it back.
And they're just trying to like do normal person things too. Like they just want to go home and have a beer and watch TV too.
Yeah, exactly. And you're jerk off the narwhal porn. I got you, Clara.
Yeah.
So, Or sorry, narwhal hardcore pornography.
Oh my gosh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I understand that perspective. I have always had a very different one, but I totally understand where you're coming from, especially with your with your personality and your experiences. But I get that, yeah.
Okay, well, good.
No, I do.
I know you get it. I just I appreciate the validation. It's hilarious.
Well, we just now hit an hour several seconds ago.
Did we?
Anything else? Yeah, I think we put out another good one. We had a fun super fight. We had a hilariously awkward story, and you drew.
About me not realizing that the teachers wanted to touch the old wang doodle.
Her hand was on you in a locked room, Zach.
I don't feel threatened. I've had to fist fight Samoans when I weighed 100 pounds.
I know, I understand that.
I just never feel threatened unless you have a gun or a knife.
I understand that. I don't think threatened was what she wanted you to feel.
I guess I don't know. I was very ignorant at the time. I had a girlfriend. I'm a kind of a one-girl guy, so I don't even think my mind went there.
That's all very well and good, but I just like if that happened to you now, you would understand though, right?
Oh yeah, I'd stick the teacher.
Okay. Yeah,
make you happy. I would tag her and go, "This is for Clara."
Oh, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how much of that I'm writing up to youth. Youth is stupid. What can I say?
And I was in a very dark time in my life, though. I was starting to come out of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't out of it yet.
You were in test anxiety mode, which is the least sexy time.
Test anxiety mode.
Yeah, exactly. Don't laugh at me. You know perfectly well you were.
I like how you say you know me. That's you, Zach, and you, Zach, and then you go. Well, this is how I would feel. So Zach feels that way.
You weren't at all stressed out about missing the midterm?
I was stressed out about missing it, but not about passing it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different.
So it was a scheduling stress then, I suspect, not a...
Okay. All right. I mean, that's more what I was saying anyway. Okay. We can both be right about that one.
Claire's in wife mode. Well, thanks for acknowledging I'm wrong. We're both right, though. Bye.
Okay. Well, I suppose you're welcome.
Yeah, that's it works better if I go into the turkey story immediately after, because I was all happy and everything like that, driving down the back roads from Raymond, Mississippi to Vicksburg, Mississippi, rocking out to the Misfits.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And
what car did you have again?
Excuse me?
What car did you have again?
I had a 67 Mustang that I rebuilt.
Man, you rebuilt that yourself?
Not just what I could. The rest was like the engine and stuff I had rebuilt.
Wait, are you a car
by
guy?
An actual expert.
Are you a car guy and I never knew?
I used to be. I couldn't give a shit about cars now. No!
Oh, that was 3!
Motherfucker!
Oh!
Mother piss bucket son of a fuck.
So
okay, people. Grumpy Zach and Mean Clara are going to call this a show. And hope you enjoyed my rat and Clara's wall.
Yep.
Wait, there's my rat so far.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at his little
I fucked up his left foot, so I'm going to redo it.
That's fine.
But
it's going to be great.
Yeah. And there's puppy face.
The brindle is beautiful. I know it drained your
Clara,
life.
I'm married. Please don't talk about my beautiful brindle.
The brindle is beautiful. It drained your life essence, but it's worth it.
The brindle, it's big but not intimidating. It's weird.
Shut up. Oh.
So sorry, Clara's mom. I had to make this the apology worth it, I guess, today.
Yeah, there you
go. And I'm so sorry for smashing your poor, wonderful, artistic daughter with my stories of unrequited, lonely community college biology teacher love. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, Zach had a lot of opportunities to get laid throughout his life that he did not capitalize on for one reason or another, and I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. So now you know. So Claire's mom. Let's get to the point. So sorry. Um, and one day your daughter will win, being the guacamole she is. I promise you. And PG-13 with Zach and Clara. I'm talking over Clara. Let's let Clara speak. What's up, Clara?
I was just agreeing with you about Freddie Guacamole. Someday he will win.
You will. So good old Freddie Guacamole. I used to be able to do his voice when I was a kid.
Oh, really? Oh, that would
help
be
yourself, fucker.
A little kid doing the Freddie voice. That would be.
Wouldn't it be funny if I was a little kid and still had this melodic, deep voice?
I don't know if funny is the word, but.
No, but Clara, you have a great day.
I did it again.
And everyone, thanks for supporting Patreon.
Yes,
thanks for letting us ink and blather on an early morning. Early morning? Zach doesn't wake up early morning. So a late morning, but foggy.
It's rainy here.
PG-13. Thank you for all the support. Sorry, Claire's mom. Sorry, Claire's 13 sisters. Sorry, Claire's pastor. Sorry, everyone. And that's it. I love you all. Do you love people, Clara?
Yeah. Everyone you just listed.
You love them. Claire's going to marry you all.
And you and Meg too are on that list.
Are we?
Yes. And your dogs. Your dogs are great too.
Okay. Don't talk about their brindle.
All right. Yeah, I won't be weird about your dogs. None of your dogs are brindle anyway.
Actually, we have no brindles. So
that's what I just said.
Well, no one listens, so that's why I have to repeat.
That's fair.
I forget where I am. People, quit listening already. Yep. We love you. We're heading out. I am becoming redundant. I will next time. I may continue to ink on this piece just to see so people can see from start to finish how psychotic and stupid I am. Don't you agree, Clara? Is this going to be a no but or yes?
It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful piece, so I have to follow to no but again.
So no but yes. Yes and no but and. Everyone, take care. This is the end of PG-13 with Clara and Zach.
Goodbye, everybody, and you're welcome.
Au revoir.
Woo!